if there was no Bible, trust me, you and I will not be saved. By now, all of us will have babies. It's just the Bible that is guiding us, to be honest. Aside the Bible, we're Dutch.
I'm Onikwe here, tech guy.
Hello, my name is Eben.
Hi, I'm Kevin Kano.
Hello guys, I'm Aram Da.
Hi, my name is Tim.
Hi, my name is Michael.
And today we are here to talk about no sex before marriage, whether it's practical or not practical.
I know more boys go stand for my side on this. It's never practical.
I think it's a practical subject. So those of you out there that think you can do it, I'm coming for you. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Banta. No sex before marriage. Is it realistic or unrealistic? Abstinence increases self-worth. Abstinence increases self-worth.
Okay, abstinence reduces self-worth. I think it's realistic because when you set that goal to abstain for a while and you're able to achieve it, it gives you that sense of entitlement, like that sense of self-accomplishment, that you're able to do something. It's like accomplishing your goals. You get it? If I'm like, okay, I want to go celebrate for maybe 2 years, 3 years, within this period, and I'm able to do that within that time, it gives me that kind of like, some kind of ego to think that like, yeah, I'm able to do this thing. Abstinence is not easy, you get it? So if you want to do something like that, yeah, then you know that we are actually worth it. Yeah. Abstinence is really important before marriage because there are so many things you can explore from a woman before, you guys get married and a whole lot. So if your entire basis is on having sex with her before, getting married, it reduces the whole crescendo of marriage to sex, which is a very, wrong thing to do. So, yeah.
Okay, so I believe the society has created a system where people judge or base their worth on the number of people that have sex with or their sexual compatibility or the people that they've been with. But I'm saying if the society can create a space for people to explore other things, then everything shouldn't be about sex and how sex is good and this and all that. I'm saying, yeah, it shouldn't be the other way. We should create a different system for it.
I also believe that sometimes in order for a man to begin to conquer the world, he must first conquer himself. And that is what self-worth is, like your ability to conquer yourself and to say no to your primal urges. That is one of the proofs of self-worth. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so self-worth, I feel is in between like the couples, the partners. So if I know I'm dating this girl and then she's cool with it, I'm good to go. I don't need to listen to what society has to say to it.
The word itself is self-worth. And once again, who decides what I am worth? I decide what I am worth. True. So what if to me having more sex makes me worthy? True. It doesn't, I don't understand my worth. Who decides it? Myself.
Yes, at the end of the day, who are you? You are in a relationship with somebody. Not trying to know the person, but you are trying to get the person to like, or let me get the person to like you. So if I'm myself and I said I'm abstaining, it's between me and my partner.
Yeah. And now, the issue about when you abstain, it makes you like a man, disciplined, and when you say something along those lines, it gives you
some sense of ego. Yeah.
Sense of ego. Mm-hmm. My sense of ego comes from the number of girls I can conquer, the number of bodies I can lay to bed. My sense of ego. Let me explain. Mm-hmm. You see, sex, woman has the vagina. So therefore, she decides who enters it. When I go into the forest, and wild animals are living there, I am the hunter. Then the amount of game I can kill and bring home, besides my worth as a hunter. The best hunter won't be the hunter who is abstaining and doesn't catch. The best hunter is the one who catches the biggest lion, the biggest whatever. So as a man, if I am a hunter and I'm hunting these girls, the more I can put to bed, besides my worth as a hunter.
You see, that's what
the best footballer.
So imagine if the types of girls that you intend to lay,
yeah,
you can only get them Indomie.
You want to get them
Indomie doesn't mean you're a man.
church too. I get them outside church.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why eating in the house within the doesn't mean you're a man. It doesn't mean you're a man if you are getting them with
Why? Yes.
Because you are making this point that it depends on the number of girls I'm able to lay. That means that like you are having that general perception that okay, all girls are hard to get.
It's not me making it. It's
Most of the now of late the girls. There are so many ways of getting the baby to bed. Like so many ways. You can get to have sex. So you can easily get it.
You can have sex today. Have sex today. They can have sex.
For a man, you can't.
If you have money, you can pay for sex.
Okay.
Let's not pay for sex. It's the same conquest. Everybody has their conditions.
Yeah, I think it's practical that you can avoid sex before marriage, and I think there are also a lot of benefits. But if a lot of men base their whole persona on the amount of women they can conquer, then they reduce women to sexual creatures or to walking vaginas, and that's not very healthy for society. Yes.
They said if sex before marriage, so let's take like one girl, one guy. Let's see whether you are fucking.
But he spoke about the hand time. And then
So you see, this is what I was talking about in the beginning, that the society has been built on a system where sex is the thing. Sex determines someone's worth, and sex determines what somebody is worth. But it shouldn't be so. Sex shouldn't be the God. Like we have. Let me come. We have. Can you let me talk? We have a system that has been built since we went to high school. The boy that has the most sex is considered the H boy, and the boy that has never had sex is considered the John boy. When we went to tertiary, it's the same thing. The boys that get the hose is considered the big guy, and the guy that doesn't is considered quote unquote creepy. And even when we finish and we are working in our working circles, the boss in the company that has the most side chicks is considered okay, guy we know your guy. But it shouldn't be so. The system should be able to regulate on another basis, like actual self-worth. When I say okay, you are worth something to me, I'm talking about your intellect. I'm talking about like what you bring to the table to improve humanity, not what gives you pleasure. That's not what we want. We want something that improves the human narrative.
Hold on. The whole point of marriage is to reprocreate. That's what God said, not what your opinion or what you're saying. What God said before marriage. Why I'm single?
Okay,
yeah.
So
flourish.
That's one of it.
Flourish.
It's just one of it.
The whole point of marriage is to flourish. And you're talking about sex before marriage. Your opinion is subjective, but it's a collective. And I like how you said the boy who doesn't have sex in high school is John. Yes, he is John. The
fact.
One, the
fact.
Uni, because by their works.
He's the boss.
Anyhow you look at it, boys who don't have sex, even one, they don't dress good. Two, they don't smell good. Three, they look, you can see them John. Yeah.
So that exactly emphasizes what I'm saying. Because he has started having sex, he thinks he has to dress a particular way. But it shouldn't be so. Why can't you dress a particular way? Because it looks good and it's decent to dress that way.
And listen, that one is the let's get this straight. We are talking about no sex with abstinence. Does it increase your self-worth or not? Now, you can't decide anyone's self-worth.
Thank you.
Everything you are saying is you deciding your self-worth.
Thank you.
What the parameters you set to decide your worth.
Okay.
I have said those are my parameters for myself. Let me give you an example in society. If you take the best footballer, due to argument, I don't want to mention a name, but if you take any best footballer you want to take in your head, he's the best because you are limiting him to certain parameters because he has scored more goals or has done more this or more whatever or more. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So what about the numerous women you are having sex with?
Yeah.
What about their self-worth?
Bro.
We are talking about mine. No.
Because look, the society.
She decides what she's worth.
Thank you. It's the person, not
she decides what she's
If
worth.
you are saying you will calculate your self-worth
If you know a girl
by
with a body count of 100, would you marry her?
why not?
Would you marry her?
Why not? Why not?
I will never ask again body count.
Why not?
Do you have a license? Do you have a driver's license? How do you upgrade to the next level? Tell me.
Drive more cars.
How do you upgrade your license?
No. This
that's not true. How do you drive more cars to upgrade your license?
No. How do you upgrade your license? Tell me.
If I want to upgrade my license, I take a class.
I get a license today, Monday. Monday.
But what are you talking about? Upgrading when you're talking about I'm talking about human beings. I'm talking about upgrading.
Human beings also upgrade.
Because human beings
If
upgrade.
you are going to marry someone, what are you upgrading to again?
The issue, right?
We are moving from the level of a young boy to a man.
The issue on the plate is.
And who decides what you are worth? You decide it yourself.
Let me ask you. So what are your personal goals?
What are my personal goals?
It's like his personal.
No, you see, if you're trying to say that you are the only one that decides what you are worth, isn't it?
Yes.
So if your personal goals is to have sex with about 20 girls in a year, and you accomplish it, you feel okay.
Yeah, why not? It's personal.
It is me.
So tell me, how does that make you feel so worthy of yourself?
Let me explain. The girl has to see. You know how all these footballers with their money, watch the news. This rape this, many did this, rape this, rape this, rape this. You should know that even the one you abstain and you still have sex with. For instance, you can't even rape your wife. But even if your wife says no to sex and you touch her, it's rape. So consider that's rape. Let's agree on that. So even when the girl pay the law!
Which one is that? Why you are?
But it's true.
Force up on your wife.
It's actually true. It's actually true.
This is a lie.
Oh,
This is a lie.
check.
No.
So let's check.
This is a lie.
Let's check. All right, guys.
There's no way within the context of marriage. Currently.
So therefore, self-worth.
So yeah, I think honestly, I think self-worth. It all boils down to the matter of your personal goals. What are your personal goals? If as a human being, your personal goals are to, you set a parameter of the number of girls you want to sleep with. If that is what is going to make you feel like you're a man, like you are worth it, then I'm sure you really have a serious problem. You need to seek help. Like honestly.
The issue with self-worth is I decide what I want. If you feel abstinence makes you worthy, someone feels like being the best in class makes him worthy. Another person feels like having a fat bank account makes him worthy. So if I tell you I feel worthy by the number of girls I see bed, you don't have an opinion, but it is my self-worth.
So why you telling someone today they are John?
Because it is John.
You know why you saying that self-worth now?
Summarize.
Choosing abstinence allows partners to focus on more important shared goals and compatibility. Choosing abstinence allows partners to focus on more important shared goals and compatibility.
Okay, I think that as we were saying previously, a lot of people have their whole meaning to life when it comes to dating is about sex. But when you get married, I've heard from a lot of people saying that it reaches a point where you get bored of sex and there are deeper things to be talked about, there are deeper things to be taken care of. So if you have those conversations before marriage, it's great. Intimacy is beyond sex. You can have a deep conversation and feel close to somebody.
Yeah, it's same with me. I also think that when you put sex aside, there's so much more that you and your partner can discuss. Finances, like intellect, there's so much more that sex is just a fraction of what happens in marriages. So what if you marry the person and the person is unable to have sex for after 3 months? What do you do? So yeah, so you can do without that.
Yeah, like my boss said, initially, I think the whole point of abstinence cannot be reduced to the, what's the name? Hey, Charlie, I call for
Sex.
Cannot reduce the whole, thing to sex. Like I said, the entire point of marriage, you cannot use all of those things, like bring it down to you.
Like you can't reduce marriage to sex.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So, if you reduce the entire crescendo of marriage to sex, it's a very bad thing to do because you have to communicate, you have to know your partner, you have to know the person's emotional capabilities and everything. So if you bring everything down to sex, it's completely wrong. So abstaining gives you the chance to explore all these other options, to see your partner's temperament, how to deal with them, how they are when they are angry, when they are sad, and all of that. Abstinence actually helps you to achieve those things. You cannot reduce everything to just sex. It's completely wrong. Yeah.
I have a point to make, and I'll make it very. I don't know why we are putting sex aside. Sex is part of the marriage. So why are we saying? Why do we choose to put it aside? Well,
The whole point you make about sex, abstinence before sex,
Before marriage.
Before marriage. The second question is abstinence that what again?
What's the question?
Okay, question.
This is the chance to
Focus
explore.
on more other things. Whatever other thing is there, I can focus on it before the sex or
After the sex.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Why are we putting it aside?
You see, it's a partnership. Like, not even a partnership. I feel like this.
It's agreement.
Two people. It's an agreement between two people. So if I agree and whatever, I mean, come on. You can multitask. Don't you multitask? Even smartphones created by humans can multitask, and you, the human, can't multitask.
So it's like we don't even know what sex itself is, and it does. Oh, you do.
So during that period, I mean, you just have to communicate with the girl you're with. Are you okay that we are going to be doing this and that? If she says she's cool, why not? It's not about just you, the guy. I mean, if the girl too wants it, why not? You got to do it. So I mean, that doesn't change anything.
So like I'm saying, we don't even know what sex is and what it does. Let's not deny the fact that when you start having sex with somebody, your mind is clouded. Your emotions towards the person is clouded. You might think that you're in love with somebody just because you're having sex with them. Meanwhile, you're not. It's just the emotions and the adrenaline, everything all over the place. But when you put sex aside, it gives you the opportunity to think clearly.
You said something, let me correct you on what you just said. When you're sleeping with someone, you might think you love them because of the emotion. Love itself is an emotion. So if you're having those emotions, that means there's love. You just said it, you might think you love them because of the emotions. Love is an emotion.
No, what you can say is because you are horny.
Yeah, because he's horny.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You may think you like them because you are horny.
See,
And you are doing it.
so what if you abstain? Right now, if you get married, and right now you are not sexually attracted to her, what do you do?
So when you report it, what were you?
Before you go married to her.
Talking about this is different from
He's making a point.
the whole thing.
He's making a point. I want him to
What we are saying is, after marriage, it's not just sex you'll be having.
Okay.
You'll be raising kids. Like you'll be raising a family. There has to be a lot of plan going into that. And having sex with a person can cloud your decision. Many people have gotten married to witches and all kinds of people because when they met them, they were having sex.
Okay.
And the sex clouded their thoughts. And after they got married, they began to see things the way that it was.
So what makes you think the woman you marry, she doesn't know a witch? She has been hiding it.
If you take time to spiritually vet the person, you will know. But if you're having sex, emotions are all over the place. How will you know?
Spiritually, me too. I know that she's
not.
Yeah, she's the one I want to marry. It doesn't change anything. If I still want to sleep, I'll sleep with her. If she wants to, she'll sleep with me. It doesn't change anything. I mean, you can stay pure and not have sex. And then at the end of the day, people will marry.
Can I chip in this?
I have a friend. I have a friend. His friend got married to a lady, and then he found a girl attractive. But after the marriage, he got to a part where they have to be in bed. He doesn't even find a girl like sexually attractive. And the girl is trying to link her ex that they should just bring that, and then just family side, she'll go home. But behind the doors, she's sleeping with somebody else. So what about that one?
So
The only reason that is because they've made sex the thing. If the marriage was like, there's friendship in a marriage. If there's friendship in a marriage, that is more important than having sex.
you talk.
They should be compatible.
I like the point that you
Like, what don't you like about me? Or what the whole point of the sex? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? That is not making you feel the way you're supposed to feel. You get it? If you're not talking to your wife, how do you expect things to work?
Can I ask you a question? Can you talk sex?
Pardon?
Can we talk sex?
Yeah, let's talk
When
sex.
you are married,
How can you talk sex?
No, even before you marry, why can't you talk sex? Why can't you talk sex?
How do you talk sex?
What's the point of talk? What's the point of sex?
Okay, we are
so many talk shows that
I'm getting to know you, right? I'm coming. I'm getting to know you, right? So I'm telling you, I like this position. How will you know? How will you know I like it?
So is everything you are going to be talking about sex?
No.
Sex is just a fraction of marriage. What we are saying is put on the table other things that are better discussed than sex. Sex shouldn't be the priority.
Well,
Discuss other things. Get to know the person on a spiritual level, on an emotional level. The sex level is good, but you can do without it. How? Why can't you do without it?
you're having sex for like 30 minutes. The rest of the time you are married. What do you do?
How do you tell? What do you do?
Like you are having sex for like 30. Let's say you are married. You are having sex for like 30. The rest of the time, what do you do? You have to have discussed those things before you go married.
Exactly.
Yes.
Meaning that.
So you have made sex like when it's happen for a short time. You have made it like the foundation of
meaning
your
that
marriage.
what you just said, it means that sex itself is part of the marriage, as you all agree.
Thank you.
Yes.
You can never put it aside.
About other things. Before you married, you made a mention of what did you do, how did you understand each other? Now, here are your question. How do you talk sex?
How do you talk sex?
You only talk sex by actually practicing it.
That's not-
Hold on. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. If I should tell you a woman this, a woman that, a woman that, I'm telling you what I have experienced.
That's how we learned in school.
Different.
That's how we learned in school.
I'm talking about sex.
Accounting, you go to accounting class and the teacher teaches you on a board.
Sex. There's this talk show, this local ones they do on the whatever. Those. There's this one time, the lady came on and the lady was like, me too. My husband doesn't know how on him to call.
Thank you.
Bro, how does she know? Because she has been perverse. She has been having sex since she was a kid. She didn't abstain. If she abstained from sex, she would know that this is a better sex position than this. How will she know that? Okay.
They're all not virgins. We don't talk like this.
No, we are not saying we are virgins. The fact that we are not virgins, everyone gives us the.
Like, you won't do that.
What you are doing right now is not
You are defending the argument. Personal, this thing doesn't matter.
sex itself is the whole point of marriage. Don't kill yourself with what you think about marriage and what not. What the Bible says about marriage, I'm bringing Bible in now because I want to make a very bold point. The whole point of Bible's whole perspective on marriage is to people to come together and reprocreate. Because God told Adam, I'll make you the father of all nations. Now, human beings, sex is needed for biology to thrive.
When you were saying the Bible, you said the Bible said marriage, the whole point of marriage. So you have to marry to do that. Don't forget, it's not for people who are not married. You have to marry to do that.
In the Bible,
Don't get it twisted.
Yes.
If I have to marry, it's the sex.
If I have to
The
marry,
two become one.
yes,
That's the
it's the
marriage.
sex.
Yes.
So therefore, if I need
So
to
how
marry
many
to do that,
people
if I need to be married to do that, you claim I need to talk about finances, talk about how to raise the kids. Why did I marry and talk about all those things first?
But how will you people be happy? How will you people be happy if you've not discussed all that things and the only thing that you are doing is having sex?
True happiness between two people is symbolized by sex. It's symbolized by sex.
Delaying sex ignores the importance of sexual compatibility. Delaying sex ignores the importance of sexual compatibility.
I agree because in order to marry, I need to know what I'm getting myself into. What I like, what I actually like. We can talk about those things, but we also need to experience them. And that makes the whole thing more meaningful. When you are married, it makes it meaningful. But know what you like. Something like that.
That's why I said in my first submission that how do we talk sex? We can never talk sex. It's practical. Sex is an act, so you have to practice it.
Women are not cars that you need to test drive them before you know whether you like it or not. Women are human beings. And to tell me that you delaying having sex in a relationship will somehow alter your marriage compatibility and all, it's practically unrealistic.
Yeah. So like he said, women are not cars that we have to test each and every one of them to know which one best suits us. And I'm saying if you want to really spend forever with a person, you have so much time to explore sexually. You can wait for a year or two, get married, and then explore sexuality. You can wait.
Yes, I also think that sometimes, like, there's even a bit of a myth to sexual compatibility because somebody can be so exciting before you get married, and when you get married, the person says, "I don't feel like having sex. I'm tired." Like almost everybody knows a case like that of a married man complaining that his wife doesn't want to have sex with him, and most of the time, it's the people who didn't have sex that tend to have even more sex statistically when they get married. Yes.
So yeah.
You have points, facts to prove the statistics you just gave.
We can go online to check it.
No, I'm asking, so you should actually be like, if you go on this,
sorry.
that's what I wanted to
It's not credible.
It's not credible. So don't say statistics, whatever, claim whatever.
Okay, my statistics as a count.
You flow.
You made some points. Can you come back?
Women are not cars.
Women are not
Cars.
I think that we are not talking about careless sex. Responsible sex. You know that this is a girl you are going to get married to. So you know she's the only person you are doing with. I'm not talking about you sleeping with 10 different girls. No, that one is careless type of this. If you know this is the girl you are getting married to, I mean, it doesn't change.
So what if in your relationship stage you realize you are not compatible? What happens?
We ended there.
No, but
Just like that.
But you said that your ego is foundationed on the amount of women you can have sex with. So why is
That is personal.
That is personal. So what is your opinion?
No, that one's me and the girl.
So
But as I said, we ended there. I don't know what again I'm coming
Yeah,
to.
because-
At the end of the day,
It means that you reduce the entire crescendo of the relationship to sex.
You have to use the woman to sex.
No.
Yes. That's your deal. What is your biggest deal breaker in a woman?
sex.
So, else you have to put her to sex.
I have not.
Yeah, okay, after that, what the
So okay, I'm coming. So if you can't do the thing, what next?
No, I'm saying that. I'm saying that.
What next?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said that people change. Even if you do that, the person can get married. The person will change. The person I don't feel like having sex. The person will not be the same after the.
So so I have to change you. I have to now change
we are
you to
talking
have
about
sex.
sexual compatibility. The only reason why people know they are compatible sexually to someone else is because they've had sex too much. They've explored. No, let me land. Let me land. Wait, let me talk. They've had sex. They've explored too many women, too many people, so they know what is sweet for them and what is not sweet. Imagine someone that hasn't been informed, hasn't watched pornography, hasn't explored sexually. They only know one thing: what's their thoughts on the first day. That's the only thing they know. So if I'm going into a marriage abstaining, and my wife is also coming into the marriage abstaining, the only thing we will know is what we teach each other. If you don't like something, I stop it. If you like something, I do it more for you. If I like something, you do it more for me. That is sexual compatibility.
So you are trying to make the point that two virgins can get married and it will.
They will enjoy their marriage nicely.
Do you think they are virgins? Are they virgins?
Oh, yeah, certainly they are virgins. I'm not a virgin. I've had sex. That is why I'm able to talk to you on this subject. No, wait. I've had sex. That is why I'm able to talk to you on this subject, that you can put sex aside and abstain till you marry someone. Oh, that's not what we are talking about. Sex is good. No, sex is a good thing. No, let's have it on record. Sex is a good thing because God designed it.
Okay.
It's a good thing.
Okay.
Nobody can doubt that.
But
fact.
before the marriage is the bad thing, right?
No, I mean, I feel it's between the two of you. If my girl says she's cool with it, and deep down I know that's the girl I'm going to get married to. Come on, that doesn't change anything.
The point you made would have been more valid if you two were all virgins and you are.
Oh no, come on.
The party-
No.
But we see when you say to people, for instance, before you met your wife or before you met your beloved or whatever
Yeah.
you're married to, you don't know where she's coming from.
Yeah.
She doesn't know where you're coming from. So what if she has already tried enough to know what she likes?
That is why we have something called unlearning. You know you can unlearn stuff, right?
Yeah.
If I've explored so much sexually, and now I want a relationship that is actually worthy, I can call this a worthy relationship. I have to unlearn all the perversions that I picked up, because I can't come and introduce perversion to someone else's daughter. No, I have to go in there with a new mind. I don't say, oh, Charlie, because me, I like doggy, and then my girl doesn't like doggy. Doggy,
Find your
so
time.
because of that, I'm not compatible with her.
Find your time.
What is your time? What is your time?
Around sex.
Oh, yes, exactly what I'm saying. My type is not built around sex because
You are aware women don't sleep with like strangers or people they hate and people they find disgusting, right? They actually sleep with people they call friends, people they like, people who make them feel good, people who make them feel whatnot.
Or customers.
Eh?
Or customers.
Or who's what?
Because sometimes they'll have to like you.
We're talking about marriage.
Don't like you.
No, you are saying you're talking about sex.
We're talking about sex before marriage. Let's keep it in context. Sex before within marriage. Before marriage. Now, you know women themselves don't sleep like before even a woman considers you ready to sleep with you. Let's talk not bring prostitutes. Let's talk about girls, random, normal, average girls, like we are all average girls. Now, they don't sleep with strangers. They sleep with how you make them feel. They consider all those before they sleep.
the same way you sleep with girls for pleasure, that's the same way other girls also sleep with men for pleasure.
You sure?
Yeah, that's the same way. It's not different with women. It's not different with men.
For pleasure.
Yeah, for pleasure. And you are saying put that pleasure aside and have an intellectual conversation with your spouse. Considering that
Am I going to put that thing aside?
She chooses you for pleasure. You might have ticked all those boxes.
we don't care about that. We are saying let's put the real matters on the board. Let's discuss the matters without sex so that our minds are clear enough to understand that this is somebody you are spending the rest of your life with, not 3 years.
I like that.
Not 3 years.
I like that.
And you know you can't have sex from age 30 to 60. You might, God forbid, come up with prostate cancer and your dick will not work. So what should your wife do? If the relationship is built on sex, what should your wife do? Your wife, God forbid, might get cervical cancer and might not be able to have sex after 5 years of marriage.
If the relationship is built on sex, it's built on sex. And I'm trying to understand this because sex is part of the marriage. For instance, a lady would pick to marry a rich man over a poor man
because of money.
Because of money. So let's agree that most of the relationship for a lady to come based on money. So meaning that you not having money,
so you
disqualifies you. So if I'm basing mine on sex, on whatever, on what not, it's job. That's what they keep saying. It's a marriage between two people. And it's about whether it's practical or not. If I choose to base my marriage on sex, what's stopping me? Because I'm getting married, and now if I'm basing it on, because I can't just base it on sex alone. You know that. I have to base it on sex, finances, everything. But that is
exactly what I'm saying. So I'm saying if you want to base your marriage on all these other things, you have to put sex aside because sex clouds your judgment. No, let me finish. Let me finish. Sex clouds your. We are men here. We've all had sex. Bro, don't lie to yourself. Okay. Sex doesn't cloud your judgment. Okay, sex doesn't cloud your judgment. But the point is, if you want to be able to discuss other matters, you have to put sex aside for a bit. And you don't have to have sex with a person before marriage before you know that you are sexually compatible with her. You have forever to do that with her. You have forever. If you are perverse and because of that you don't enjoy sex in a particular way, please unlearn what you have learned. Stop watching the porno and unlearn that wheelbarrow style. That's all.
People can be sexually active and still deeply committed and faithful to each other. People can be sexually active and still deeply committed and faithful to each other.
Yeah, so I mean, people can still be committed to it. It's all about communication, honesty, and then loyalty too as well. So if you are communicating with your partner, I mean, why not? You are good to go.
I agree, because if I'm sexually active with you, then I'm fully committed to you, and I'm with you. So it's between us, basically.
Yes, I strongly stand with this because we don't have sex for the whole day. It is just some number of hours or minutes. So after the sex, we get time to talk about ourselves. We get time to plan our relationship. So yes.
So those who don't
Okay, so let's not deceive ourselves that sex is a very addictive something. Very addictive. And once you start being sexually active, it's very unlikely that you can be very faithful to one person. Because when the person is incapable of providing sex for you, what do? You go out. And that is the case of a lot of people in this generation.
Recently, they put all their people on the sexual conquest of women. You cannot be a sexual conqueror and be monogamous. Like it's a force that you can't do that. Yeah, so that's why I think.
Yeah, I also think it's actually realistic that you can be sexually active and still be faithful to your partner. But you see, this is where the thing is. My brother said earlier on that said something about communication. So if you are talking to yourself and you are abstaining, the abstinence doesn't take the icing off the cake. You get it? The main thing here is knowing your partner, getting to know how your partner is. So you abstaining doesn't really necessarily take the fun or the entire thing out. Like it doesn't really take anything out of the relationship. The same way you doing it too doesn't really add anything to it. Yeah.
Well, my point is well made that sex is not for 10 hours. Sex is for, an hour or two. After that, what next? Communication. You get to talk.
Like I'm saying, sex is very addictive. It's not about it being for an hour or two. It's not about it. If we are men here, the moment you start being sexually active, your body will want sex all the time. How about the week where your girl is bleeding and you can't have sex, but you are horny? What do you do?
And so you wait.
You see, and you are saying you can't wait before marriage. You are saying that you wait. And you know masturbating is also cheating on your spouse, right? Masturbating is also cheating on your spouse.
How many days is that girl going to menstruate?
Some girls bleed for 7 days, 5 days.
So 7 days, I tell you.
You can't, because you can't wait till marriage.
Sexual activity. I know that
How am I contradicting myself?
For someone who isn't a virgin, you say you are not a virgin, and you are now saying that sex is very addictive. So how are you able to abstain now?
Yes, unlearn.
Exactly what I was saying in the previous session. That you have to unlearn.
I don't understand.
No, if I'm a chain smoker,
you say it's very addictive. You say it's very addictive. It's very addictive.
Yes, how?
And you make it sound as if you're going to have sex every day, 365 days.
Then you see. No. That's why I can talk about this subject, because I've had sex before, and I know how sex can be, and I know sex is an act when you engage, captivates you. So you can't say that, and once you stop it, so it's the same way. I smoke, now I don't smoke. It requires discipline for me to constantly stay away from it.
I don't stand with that point that you are saying is addictive. How is
I mean,
so you are trying to say you are going to have sex, as you said, 365.
If it's not addictive, don't have sex before marriage.
So earlier on,
It's not addictive, have sex, but not always.
earlier on, you were saying that if, I mean, a lady is all that and she's bad in sex, what's the point of staying in the relationship?
Yes, what's the point?
Do you see?
So it means
That's a contradiction now.
No.
So,
it doesn't mean I'm addicted.
You are. See, if you use the whole thing to that 10 minutes or 20 minutes of pleasure that you are going to get, because if she is a very good cook, she has a good attitude, she's smart, she's intelligent, all that you need in a woman, and the only thing left is maybe she's not going to bend the way you want her to bend, but because of that, then
is a no-brainer.
Let me give you a practical example. So when you are cooking, right? Some people choose to add salt, right?
Yeah.
Others choose not to add salt. I choose to have sex.
That's what I'm saying. See, everything boils down to the two of them. So you're good.
It is really you. We agree.
If the girl says she wants it, I mean, who are you to tell her no? Unless you two don't want to do it.
So you can tell me as a man, you get married, or even you are having sex with your partner before marriage. When your partner has to, in some cases, travel or is sick, you are sexually active. The word active means it's something that you constantly do. Don't tell me that you constantly have sex and within a week or two, you're like, okay, this week they're off. You know, most of us here are addicted to food. When it's time to fast, you see how difficult it is to fast. We are almost unlikely to do it because we are addicted to it. It's the same with sex. Once you keep doing it and you are active at it, you can't stop doing it.
No, I'm an example. It's not every day something. I say you can go without it.
So you go without it before marriage?
No, I'll go without it before marriage. No.
I think that statistically, the more people you have sex with, the less likely you are.
You are lying.
Don't break it down to
That's what you are. No, this is fact. I actually.
You need to also read somewhere. I also read.
No, we are breaking it down to the point like you have sex with plenty women.
Your partner. I'm talking about PNS sex. I'm talking about you and your partner.
No, you and your partner, but before that, you were a man of conquest, of primal sexual.
That was based on the question about self-worth.
So how can you be monogamous in the first place if you are a man of conquest, like a man of primal? How can you be a monogamous person?
If the sex is no good, then the relationship is gone. So you change, you go to the next lady. So what if you go on a raw 5 string of ladies who are so bad at sex? Then you just keep on piling the bodies.
Wow. So that means you don't respect women.
That's a discussion point.
So like to you, the most important thing to a woman is about a woman is her vagina.
That's his point of view. What?
What about it?
Oh no, me I got to taste and see. That one there. No, that one is most important. But it's part of it, bro.
If you can't discipline yourself enough to say that, okay, I won't have sex with her till marriage because there are other things that I want to cultivate. If you can't discipline yourself, what makes you think you can discipline yourself to not cheat on her?
Like, what makes you think that abstinence will make the marriage flourish? What makes
Because you have time to consider other things.
This is not true. It's not true. It's not true. Who has sex the whole 24 hours? It's not true.
Why are you making it sound like me? I know. And the people have told me. We have friends. Have friends. You don't have sex. Come on, bro. Sex. You have sex every day. You have sex 24 hours.
That's okay.
So much.
Summarize.
Why am I prioritizing this so much?
If it's like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 30 minutes of it.
Exactly.
Be the top.
Sex.
Well, as I said, I stand by my point. Sex is not for 10 hours. It is just 30 minutes and the next we talk, we communicate, we plan our lives next. That's all.
Even before the girl, the girl comes over for the sex, you guys were talking. So before you make it sound as if when you focus on sex, there's not. Even before the girl agreed that I'll come over so that we have sex today, you were talking. You didn't appear to her in a dream. You guys were talking before she agreed that she'll come over, right? You didn't appear to her in a dream. I want you to understand that. So let's understand that before you even get to sex, you were talking already. The fact that you keep making about and a time and you can't have sex, you're addicted, bro.
See, bro. I'm going to just say it as it is. We are all men here. We've had sex, and sex is a very captivating thing. It's either you are doing it or you are not doing it. Once you start doing it, it's very difficult for you to stay loyal to one person.
You started doing it and you stopped. How did you do it?
Because you unlearned it. It was a conscious effort of unlearning.
So that means I need to be disciplined and unlearn certain things.
Yes.
Then by that definition, it is not practical. If I need to unlearn it, it's not practical.
Outside of religion, there would be no need for abstinence. Outside of religion, there would be no need for abstinence.
I truly agree that outside of religion, there will be no need for abstinence, because if you should take the marriage in context here, is even the Christian kind of marriage or the religious kind of marriage. If you should take a traditional marriage, how do you consecrate a marriage? By having sex. Even in today's society, if you impregnate a girl and she gets pregnant, the parents force you to marry her before you do the knocking, even before she gives birth. That's the whole point.
And the thing is that the reason why people are not even having sex is because of what the Bible is saying. But if you put that one aside, then we go accelerate that down.
I think I said with him, yes. We could put the Bible aside. Boys of our days, Charlie.
Because we are doing it.
We put the Bible aside and just do it. They made their salvation based on religion, but let's put religion aside. I stand with my point, so yeah.
Those who don't agree.
Well, I don't agree. First of all, psychologically, you avoid unnecessary attachment with the wrong people. Secondly, it's philosophy. I mean, there is this thing, it's called stoicism or something. Yeah. That has to do with self-mastery. And how do you attain self-mastery? Through self-control and all those kind of things. So if you are applying this philosophy to your life, you don't need religion to abstain. Yes.
Personally, sometimes if you don't reduce like women to their vaginas, like you wouldn't see that the only thing you can do with them as having sex. It's just respect for the other gender. Like you wouldn't say, oh, I'm trying this person out, I'm trying this person out, I'm trying this person out. Like they are not food, they are not non-living things, they have emotions, they have attachments. Yes.
Okay, so I watch motivational speakers and successful people a lot. And most of these people put religion aside. If you ask them for advice, man to man, they will tell you, like, be disciplined with yourself. Put women aside, be disciplined with yourself. So even in the secular world, people do it. You're talking about marriage. You're talking about putting Christianity. Traditionally, you are just saying that to consummate a marriage, you have to have sex. So the people get married, and to seal the marriage, they make them have sex. Are you getting the concept? So sex is only introduced after they have wedded them together. it's not only, even when you come to Ghana, traditionally, all the people that qualify to get married, depot, all those things, they make sure the women abstain till marriage, and then they give them out to marriage.
You made a point right now. Traditionally, or the point I made, traditionally, most people, if you should take out this courtship era, just our era, and you should go as far back as 2 generations back, you realize that most of them wouldn't be married now if they weren't impregnated earlier on. Most people are married women today because they got pregnant early.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
No,
Listen,
How much is the statistics on that?
Today, now, in an Ashanti home, if you have a daughter, your daughter cannot go and cohabit with someone she's not married with. Do you agree?
Okay, yeah. It's an Ashanti. I'm not an Ashanti, so I can't.
But you agree with what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
We don't listen, we can't agree.
Now,
Yeah,
so
okay,
it's
the
you
middle.
can't cohabit with someone you're not married with in the Ashanti home because you're not married to the person. Like, you don't need to fear then. Like, you get it. So, what's the point? The point is, if you want to have all that sexual freedom that you want, just get married to the person. That is all.
It's not even.
With those, getting married out of wedlock is not an excuse to justify why you cannot control your libido before you get married.
The ends justify the means, and if the goal is to get married, so for instance, if you should,
No, the goal is not always to get married.
No,
The marriage comes in when there is pregnancy.
Yeah, the
Why
goal.
should it be so?
What should it be so?
Do you know?
Because
Actually,
out of curiosity, if outside of religion, because the only reason why we are even having this conversation is because they said thou shalt not fornicate.
Yeah.
And guess what? Fornication is between two grown-up, two consenting adults. Whereas you agree, party A and party B both agree. We agree to do it. And the only one I'm hurting is myself because the lady I agreed with, I didn't force myself on her. She also enjoyed it. I'm also enjoying it. But with that consent in mind, how then is it
No problem. So, fine.
So all depends on the individual.
It depends on the individual.
Yeah.
So now we agree.
Enjoy having
Now, hold on. Yes, thank you for bringing yourself. You've
What
reminded
did you
me.
say?
You keep saying something about respecting the other gender, respecting the other gender. Now, no, listen. If a lady calls you broke because you can't provide for her, it's not about respect. It's about what she wants. She wants to be taken care of. So therefore, if I want what I want from sex, I don't like the fact that you keep saying respect women.
No, why do you reduce women to like sex? And then
What do you mean? They're not raping the girl. You said it's raping.
guys, let's stay on the topic. The topic is religion aside. Religion aside. So now put religion aside.
Yes. So as I'm asking you, why do you keep saying you don't respect women? You don't respect women. I don't get it.
because we have made women like things to be conquered.
Who has made women? Who has made them? How?
No,
but that's what we said. That sex is between two people. If the two
Put in religion aside. For your own health benefits. For your own health benefits.
Charlie, back to
way of avoiding it.
back to the topic. Back to the topic. Culturally, you know, every tribe. I don't know about a lot of tribes, but in Ghana, if you impregnate a woman before you get married to her, do you know you are charged the penalty?
Yeah. Okay. Penalty.
You know you are charged the penalty. The family considers that you took them, like you acted stupidly towards the family because you didn't come to see the parents for her hand in marriage before you did that to their daughter.
Really?
Do you know that? It's a practice that goes on in Ghana.
What is it called?
Outmoded practice.
What do you mean?
An outmoded practice.
What do you mean it's outmoded? See what you are saying we should put religion aside. So I'm saying culturally, it's not outmoded. It's something people still practice.
Where?
Even if you are with a woman, you are with a woman, cohabiting with a woman, and she dies without you getting married to her. In some cultures, they let you get married to the corpse because they take it as if you took them for stupid, took advantage of their daughter, and then now she's dead.
Bro, this social space. Outmoded culture. Those are all outmoded culture.
How is it outmoded culture? Are saying we should put religion aside. So if we put religion aside, this is what is dead. This is what is in our culture. This is what is in our culture.
Hold on. Culture is so therefore. Then hold on. So therefore, then you do realize that outside of religion, then that means monogamy is irrelevant. Monogamy's relevance is based on religion.
We are not saying
one man is one woman.
We are not talking about monogamy. We are talking about marriage.
Marriage, exactly.
Marriage,
exactly. And
marriage. So stick to it.
Yes, and culturally, we're talking about. No, you brought in culturally. I'll tell you that culturally in our culture, one wife is to one woman. It's religion.
No, how is that?
Then
Culturally, we practice polygamy.
As a Christian,
Culturally, we practice polygamy. And we are not talking about the number of women we marry here. We are talking about abstaining from sex before marrying the woman.
Exactly.
That is the conversation.
So therefore, your argument was based on you can't control yourself, you need to control yourself, blah blah and whatnot, because abstinence gives you control and you learn how to talk about other things. I understand that. So now I'm asking you again, if you take aside religion, you take religion aside, then that means culturally, polygamy is acceptable, everything is acceptable. That means if you take religion aside, everything you are saying, therefore, then it's irrelevant.
No.
Why is that?
Because culturally, polygamy is acceptable.
Why is that culturally? When you're about to get married, they make you lie on a white bed sheet, have sex with a girl to see if blood will come out.
Which culture is that?
This is no culture.
Update yourself.
This is no
we practice on for
Anyways,
you are lying.
Oh, no.
It's anyways, cultural
the
practice.
stance still remains the same. Put religion aside, religion or no religion, it's practical to stay before marriage, and there's so much that you can get from that. Religion in or religion out. Like, I mean, we have so many successful people who have told us, okay, they stayed away from women, they did this, they did that, they did that, and it gave them focus to be able to match on with whatever it is that they were trying to achieve. So yeah, it's possible, it's practical. Thank you.
Okay, so abstinence sounds holy till chemistry fails the vibe check. So for now, it's just going to be Netflix and chill. I mean, yeah.
Okay, put religion aside, in general, people will do what they have to do. It's just the Bible that is guiding us right now. Aside, if there was no Bible, trust me, you and I will not be stable. By now, all of us will have babies. It's just the Bible that is guiding us, to be honest. Aside the Bible, we're Dutch.
Thank you very much. Shake hands.
The others might have said a lot, and if it is only achieved by a desired disciplined few or a disciplined few, then by definition it's not practical. If I have to unlearn something, if I have to be this and be that before it's practical, then it's not practical by definition.
This is just my word to you. Don't look at what the society calls the standard. You can do anything that you want to do if you put your mind to it. If it is abstaining before marriage you want to do, you can do it. Stay to that. Don't let someone or peer pressure decide for you how to live your life. If you want to abstain, you can do it, and you can have a very good marriage, whatever it is that you want, if you abstain. You don't have to compromise. You don't have to compromise to get what you want. So yeah, just have that in mind, and I'll catch you later on another podcast. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow our social media platforms at Banta Space for updates and all show related info. See you next time.